Hey guys, and welcome back to the ASX Investor channel, and welcome to another CEO interview. Today, we're going to be diving back into the lithium space. We all know the EV adoption's picking up pace. We'll be discussing the Lake Resources story once again. ASX LKE have come out with an announcement today surrounding an update on the progress of their resource drilling. We all know they're looking to increase their resource at the moment from 25,000 tonnes per annum to 50,000 TPA. We're welcomed by the CEO and Managing Director, Steve Promnitz. Steve, you're a favourite on the channel. It's always great to have you join us once again, mate. Welcome back.
Thank you, and thank you for your support.
Before we dive into the update and the news flow, I'd love to just get a bit of a sense check with you, see how you're going. I know you've been traveling to Europe, talking to the financiers, to America as well, talking to Lilac, and of course, Argentina to visit Kachi. How was your travels? How'd everything go?
Well, after 21 months of lockdown, not being able to get out of Australia, it was refreshing to, first of all, to get to London, as you mentioned. We caught up with the Export Credit Agency there, and we caught up with 10 international banks. And they're all very keen to be supporting this space and be seen to be supporting this whole energy transition. I was flabbergasted at the level of support from major international banks where a company the size of Lake Resources would normally barely rate a mention. So that was encouraging. Then I went to San Francisco to speak with our technical partner, Lilac Solutions, and it was so pleasing to walk into their brand new warehouse. They've got a much larger floor space. We're able to see 4 of the 5 60-foot containers being readied for the demonstration plant to come to site, to see our pilot plant still running there now, 18 months on, from when it was first commissioned, as well as a couple of other pilot plants that they're running. They're putting that last capital raising they did to work, making some really good hires and getting a real shake on with getting the work that we need, both for the definitive feasibility study and the demonstration plant on site. Then down to Argentina, I hosted a site visit where we had a project finance due diligence team, and they came down and they were absolutely floored with the size of the project. You see behind me here what the project looks like. Over this shoulder, you see the salt lake, and then behind me, in the background, you can see the snow-capped mountains across to the border with Chile, and all of that low country behind me, that is essentially all of our leases, which cover an area of about 75,000 hectares. They were absolutely flabbergasted at the size of this project. That's actually a view from a plane, and the distance from left to right is about 30 kilometers. It's and all we're doing is drilling right back in that corner there over my shoulder. It's like just drilling down in one corner of a large swimming pool. So there's plenty more there. And the drilling is continuing to reflect that this can be as big as what we want.
Just having a look at the breadth of the project there, it's actually quite phenomenal there to see that. I'd love, of course, just to touch on that, potentially upgrading from 25,000 tonnes per annum to 50,000. How's the drilling going? And obviously that must be on the back of demand for the potential product as well. So keen to hear your thoughts on it all.
Yeah, so unfortunately the drilling has been slow, but it's slow for all the right reasons. Geologically, that basin, if I just step out of view for a minute, that basin behind me is essentially all sand filled. There's a little bit of salt and some clays near the top, but most of it underneath that is sand. And if you want an aquifer that's got high permeability, where you can pump a lot of brine out, that's what you want, a big sand horizon. All the other producers have a sand horizon. We've got ones here that are hundreds of meters thick. So the drilling continues to show the similar results. It shows that it clearly extends way beyond the limits of the current resource. We've just got to go and do more drilling. So we're bringing more rigs, and we're also going to change the way we're drilling. Everything we've done is relatively new, so we're going to improve and bring in a new type of drilling in the new year as well that can go deeper and that can drill more wells. We need to get more production wells completed and re-injection wells in the short term so that we can complete our definitive feasibility study. We've got 3 rigs here at the moment, and we'll probably have one or two more fairly soon. But that's just so that we can get the data out in a short enough timeline to then support that expansion, increase the resource, increase the reserve, so we can support not just the definitive feasibility study, but an expanded case as well in that same definitive feasibility study.
I'm sure investors will be eagerly awaiting the official drilling results and seeing that flow through. Also just keen to hear how things are going on the offtake front. We know things have been progressing. Lithium prices continue moving higher and higher. How are those discussions playing out?
If I could just say to our current lake investors, just relax, it's fine. It's just as well that we haven't signed one up yet, because we're trying to get a rise and fall pricing mechanism in there and get that with tier one electric vehicle maker and cathode or battery maker. We're trying to get at least two of those to manage risk. And I have to be fair to them. I don't think anybody thought that pricing was going to go from around $6,000 to $40,000 a ton this year. And that's what has happened. So some of them are getting a bit of sticker shock, but we keep saying that's fine. We'll work with you. We'll share on the upside. We'll share on the downside. But suffice to say, when you put those sorts of numbers into our current pre-feasibility study, and if you put them into an expanded case, this project just throws off money. The numbers are just eye-watering. I'm talking our entire market cap can be produced in 1 year of production, and this is a 25+ year project. So there's certainly plenty of upside here.
I know you probably get the offtake question a lot, but one that might be a little bit more nuanced is surrounding the actual funding and the financing. We know that financing is critical to projects itself. The opportunity potentially to get debt financing at a low cost will obviously improve ultimate profitability. Keen to hear your thoughts on how that's playing out. We know there's potential support from export credit agencies as well.
I need to say that it's indicative, but the support is there. And the support is there for an expanded case. And the support is probably there for our next project. We're just fortunate with our timing that we're in this energy transition. We can deliver a product with better ESG outcomes. Banks would like to be involved and want to be seen to be involved, and export credit agencies can then deal with that perceived risk about Argentina. Political risk insurance, they essentially guarantee what's happening. And as we look forward, there are concerns now in the global markets about inflation, and that will flow through into increased interest rates. And if we can lock in 11-year debt with a weighted average cost of capital less than 3%, that's going to position us better than our peers and very well positioned to then get on with the next project. So things are going very well. Demand is there, equity markets are open, debt capital markets are keen. We've just got to deliver on this, and that's why we've been putting more people on the ground. Our new chief operating officer is great. I was able to actually have the whole team together for the first time in nearly 2 years. The government support is there, the local community support. This is going to happen. So get on the bus.
And I just wanted to finish with a quote that you actually provided today with the update. And you said that Lake is one of only a few companies that has the ability to transform into a globally significant producer at scale with a few projects to produce that lithium with an ESG benefit. I'd love just to hear you really build on that and elaborate on it and the opportunity that you're seeing there for Lake. So
there's 5, maybe 6, depending on how you count them, global lithium producers. 2 of those are in Argentina. One of them, Orocobre Allchem, is currently producing about 16,000 tons per annum, and with the merger with Galaxy, hopefully more in the future. And they have a market value of about 5 billion Australian. Then our nearest neighbor, Livent, is producing about 16,500 tons per year, a high quality product. And so they have a premium on that. They're about a $5 billion market value company on the New York Stock Exchange. Our first production will be at 25,000 tons per annum, and our technical partner and our engineers are telling us that we're looking at weeks for commissioning to go straight into full production. And because of Lilac, we're going to have that product battery qualified, so we get a premium price from day one. So just on a here and now basis, we're going to be producing more than these other companies with a 5 billion market value. Then as we move towards a doubling in production, even more so. So that means that not only are we forecast to be a part of the top 5 global producers, something would really have to go wrong for us not to be. And the valuation has a whole lot more to go. The beauty of the drilling is that it continues to support that. Yes, look, you can wait for the results, but the results are just essentially showing us what we knew anyway. If you look at the 2018 resource report and you look at the exploration target there shows that this could easily be 4 to 7 times larger than what we've already announced. And the pumping rates, those pumping rates are just huge out of that sand. So things are very well positioned for us. Please, if you're interested in lithium, I think all these lithium stocks will do well. But I think that as the market comes to realize what we have here, I think we're going to stand out over others because the end users want this product preferentially over others. So thanks so much.
That's the Lake Resources story. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button. Feel free to share it out as well. We make daily videos each and every day. So if you haven't yet, make sure you've subscribed, turn your bell notifications on as well. It's ASX LKE, OTC on LLKKF. Steve, it's always a pleasure to catch up. Congratulations on a big 2021, and we're looking forward to what's up ahead for next year and beyond.
A cracking year coming. Thank you so much for your support.